Hello my friends, and welcome to this pick a card reading, which is about what are you manifesting right now. So you've got three choices: the poet, the hound and the sleeper. Pile 1 is the poet. Pile 2 is the hound. Pile 3 is the sleeper. So, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Your timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see your reading. Bye. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose the poet. So, what are you manifesting right now? My dreamers. Something maybe artistic you're manifesting. Some kind of option to go into your artistic phase, or something that's going to spark your creativity, I feel. But you don't know if it's stable. You don't know if it's quite temporal, you know, particularly with tulips. Tulips are beautiful flowers, and they come up, but I tell you, like, they don't really last very long. And also with this sense of this quill as well, it's very light, it's very airy, and I think, you know, it's about manifesting ideas as well. So if it's not something artistic, it could be an idea or a proposal that you're thinking of, and you're trying to make it reality. It might only be in the stages of where you're just literally kind of writing down things about what you're planning to do, but this is kind of what you're manifesting. This is where you'd like to go forward, I feel. So let's pop that over there. I don't know, I might pop that here actually. And then I want to pull some astrology for you. Pile 1, what is pile 1 manifesting? What is pile 1 manifesting? Black Moon Lilith, and it was reversed. Interesting mystery. Yeah, this may be like an unknown area for you. Maybe something that you're not familiar with. Interesting. Very interesting. It's also something that may be a little bit taboo, like it may be something that you have not really explored fully, but it piques your interest. And that sense of mystery is piquing your interest. And I think it's also highly important for your sense of creativity, because you've got the number 3 there. It may be something that, I don't know, like you may be a group of people that you didn't, you know, you didn't really indulge in anything that was too artistic previously. But now you're thinking, okay, I want to do this. I want to go forward with something artistic, or I want to go forward with something that's creative. What's pile 1 manifesting? What's pile 1 manifesting, dear Spirit? Yeah, look at that. Got feathers. The word. You may be writing a book, pile 1. You may be thinking of writing a book. You may be putting your ideas together. Maybe some kind of dark, some dark fairy tale or something. I think this is such a beautiful expansion of your creativity, though. I think it's lovely, whatever you're deciding to do in that respect. But I think it's an artistic endeavor, something that's expanding your creativity. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Dear Spirit, what is pile 1 manifesting? What is pile 1 manifesting? You know what also says to me, if you haven't made a plan already, do it. Like, the first step of manifesting is about you making a plan, about you kind of deciding what it is exactly that you're going to do. And even if you're not going to do it, it's just a basic plan that is subject to change. It just takes a piece of paper and just you writing it down. You know, my brother said that to me, and I was like, of course, that's all it is. You know, sometimes you need reminding of when people are doing it. Even though you do it, sorry, like you just need reminders, even though it's what we just need reminders. We just need reminders, things to keep us going, because, you can't be expected to remember and retain that sense of knowledge all the time. But yeah, a little bit. And also I'm just getting a lot, like 5 minutes day by day, a little bit every day, that will just push you towards that, will really help you in terms of an action plan. So yeah, you're manifesting something creative, something that's going to tap into the sense of mystery that is about you, something that you haven't tapped into before. It could also be about something about like that you've been hurt by, and how you managed to get over it. What pushed you into a sense maybe of like a dark space in your life and how you overcame it. That could be something as well. But that could also be something that you write into something fictional. So pile 1, what is pile 1 manifesting? The Sun, reversed, Death, wow, 7 of Pentacles, King of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. I feel like you're quite hardworking in nature anyway, but like with this, it's quite, because you're not going to see the results like so quickly. There's a sense of, commitment that's needed here. And you need to make sure that you've got like this structure that's going to help you to work with it, so that you can have a maintenance of motivation in that respect, because not everything about it is going to be a happy experience when you're doing it, and it's going to be pretty intense, like in the respect of you giving birth to something. When we think about creative endeavors, it's often likened to somebody giving birth, or someone giving some kind of giving birth, basically. And just as much as it is a creative endeavor, it's also an endeavor that you're creating, you're gestating, you're working through, you're change. I mean, it's a little bit more with this kind of endeavor. It's a little bit more malleable than the idea of a pregnancy, but in the respect of, if you were pregnant, you would be feeding yourself and nourishing yourself, giving yourself good food for your brain, your mind, your psyche, your body, for everything. So what kind of things are you feeding yourself? How are you managing yourself? How are you managing your day? How are you managing your attitude towards this creative project? And it's about like making sure that you're cultivating the kind of ground roots, the grassroots of what's going on, into something that's actually going to be quite, amazing for yourself. But this is also like a process of transformation for you. Like I feel that this is you being able to take what didn't work before. And I felt that anyway. It's about what didn't work for you. It's almost like the pain. It's like you're transforming through the pain. Because I just get this sense of like childbirth, it's a beautiful time, but it's that whole thing of the giving birth, and that can be quite intimidating. But you're ready to go for it. And I feel that, with this King of Wands energy, you're going to go into this space where you'll have bursts of energy, and then you'll stop, and then you'll have bursts of energy again. And it's all about being able to manage that. Yeah. It's interesting. I'm going to pull some more oracle cards before I pull some more tarot. Yeah, reflection, and it came up upside down. Look at the colours. That's really interesting. That muted kind of blue, and I wanted to put that there. You have to constantly look at this work as being a reflection of your own position of where you are, I think. That's what this is saying. Let's have a little look at some chakra energy for you. Pile 1, what's pile 1 manifesting? Well, look at that again. Those green, those greys, blues, green. It's like very moon-like, very ethereal energy. Pile 1. Interesting. Moon-like energy. I'm getting. That's the crown chakra, actually. So, and that is the color. That is the color of the crown chakra. These kind of like the light, this purple. So there's something about you being able to like go to that crown chakra, which is interesting how this is like coming up. So anything that's going to help you open that up and manage it, you know, in a good way is going to be beneficial for you. Any kind of exercises or anything like that, something that's going to help you ground that energy, so that you can kind of shape it and focus it and harness it into this space, so that you can manifest it into something real. Because the Eight of Pentacles is talking about some work that you're going to have to do to create that. It's almost like you're going to have to create some kind of basis for you to kind of springboard off of. Like, so say if this was a writing project, it's almost like you have to write your drafts a few times in order to really understand what it is that you need to write. And then you can understand the whole shape of your picture, your project. If that makes sense. So, you know, you may write your first chapter or your first few pages, and then as you go on, you start to understand like what's your writing style, what you like to focus on. You start to learn more things about yourself, and this will be a consistent reflection, you know, rather than focusing on the idea of you trying to get the thing done. It's more about thinking of this as a process, and how we stay within the process of creation, and how that develops over time. And that will help you to maintain motivation, because you're attacking this with a king, you know, you're not attacking this with a page or whatever. You've got a real sense of maturity about this, particularly with like these two majors, and then you go into the 7 and the 8. It's like you know that it's going to take hard work and dedication. Okay, now I'm ready to pull some tarot. Let's have a look at how things will pan out if you adopt this kind of attitude. Okay, right. So interesting. So we got death again. We got the Tower reversed. We've got the 3 of Cups. Got the 10 of Cups reversed. So 3 of Cups and 10 of Cups reversed. We've got the Daughter of Swords. And then we've got the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. So interesting how, okay, right, 7 of Swords. It's interesting how death came up again. So there's still a process of transformation. And in this respect of the Tower, like, I'm getting 2 messages. The fact that something isn't over, so you're going to have to rebuild from that space. You're not going to be able to clear it away completely. It's going to be more about your attitude towards it rather than the actual eventuality of it. Now, when I'm talking about this, is that what you may do is you may start the project, or you may start it, and then you may find it doesn't work. So what you've got to do is you've really got to like let it go completely, and also notice how it actually reflects on your own situation and how you are. And then once you've done that, then you can rebuild from whatever you've got left. Particularly with the three of wands there, it kind of like tells me that you're going to be able to like invest in things that are external to you. Like you may be able to outsource your work, you may be able to proofread your work, you may be able to, these are just examples, but like in terms of you going outside for your support. What's interesting though is that like who you think is going to support you may not. I do feel like you need to keep things secret. Don't share too much of your plans with people, your ideas and stuff like that, because I don't see that as very, particularly with the 7 of Swords on the bottom, I don't really see it as very friendly. And this Tower could also be the sense of you believing that there were people that you could trust in this situation, particularly when it comes to your creative endeavors. Because here with this 6 of Pentacles, it kind of says to me again, this sense of like people wanting to kind of leave you. They want you to be in a position where you're disabled, like that you're not as abled as you would be. And the 10 of with the King of Wands, and then you've also got the 10 of Cups here, it kind of says to me that you know, the places where you thought that you would be able to get support from, it just doesn't happen. It may be like even, and I'm just going with this analogy of the book, like you may go to particular publishers that did express interest beforehand, and now they decide that they're not interested. They don't get back to you. So there's that sense as well. So I think what this is saying is that you need to be prepared that that it's going to be an interesting road in the respect of like what you're doing, but that doesn't mean that you should stop doing it. In fact, it means that this is the actual journey of you doing this process, of you manifesting this creative endeavor for this very reason, because people are gonna be really triggered by you, by the looks of things. They're gonna be triggered by how you're pushing forward with your dreams. And also the fact that people, you know, you kind of expect that people are going to be happy for you because you're doing that. That's why I say to you, don't really tell too many people. But actually, they're not that happy. They're not that happy about it. And people also will be curious about what you're doing. Like they will be like, oh, what are you up to? Don't give them information. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because they want to place you in that thing of where like they can kind of like suppress you. No thanks. Dear spirits, thank you. Compassion 99. It was reversed. Compassion reversed. Again, these purples. What's going on, Pile 1? You've got Sahasra. That's your chakra that you're working with today. Compassion reversed. 99, 66. 99, 18, 18, 9. Okay, so yeah, this is quite a interesting thing with compassion. I feel like people are not not in a compassionate mood towards you in respect of this project. You may not find like sympathy or support. I don't feel like people are being very supportive. Yeah, I don't find that, like, I find them not being supportive, and it's going to be really difficult for you to express like a compassionate sense towards them. What do the angels say? Look at these purples. What's going on, Pile 1? Purple, and you've got, look, oh, some spirit animal work there. Okay, I love that. And you've got, wow, and he's inside a crystal ball, or this crystal ball, and then inside the crystal ball is him. Oh, I love that. And then you've got a little polar bear there. Fabulous. All right, I need to look that up. I don't really know the thing about it, so bear with me. So, my loves, this is about toxic energy, the release of toxic energy, and embracing a sense of compassion. You know, when people around you don't have a sense of compassion, how do you keep warm? How do you do that for yourself? And also how it really helps you to break toxic patterns, break toxic behavior. I find this really interesting as well, because I've been seeing this image quite a lot recently. And this is about releasing old toxic patterns. That's definitely what it's meant for me. So yeah, I would say, and I'm resonating quite a lot with this pile actually. So like it's about you being able to experience compassion and exude compassion when it's devoid. Not easy, particularly when you're trying to be creative. But everybody thinks that they're like the best writer, or that they're the best in that respect, and they try and do it. And I've been guilty of it too, you know, where, you know, you think that something isn't going to work, but, you know, what's that saying? Don't don't question the man that's doing the thing. You know, just let him do it. Let him get on and do it. And I think that's what this is about. It's about you like maintaining that momentum when you're not receiving that compassion that's coming from other people. Because, you know, when I look at this Seven of Pentacles, I mean, the traditional meaning is like that guy that's just like looking at his stuff. And being in this period of gestation with this, with the pregnancy is just kind of, you know, it's tough. You're the one that's going through it, but then everybody feels like they've got to have like a say in your process. And it's like, I don't give a fudge cake what you're saying. I don't care about what you're saying. I'm going to get on and do my own thing. And that's what it's about. Just looked at the clock and it said 11:22. So, yeah, that's what I'm sensing here. Okay, let's get some of these. Pile 1. What is pile 1 manifesting? Discernment and conscientiousness. So that's being conscientious towards like what other people are thinking, but don't let it affect you in the respect of being discerning in the advice that you're taking on forward, in the opinions that you're taking on forward. Only go with people that you trust, with people that really, really believe in your vision. And I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be many. Ain't gonna be many. To begin with, right? To begin with. Afterwards, when they start to see you doing well, they're like, oh, hi. How you doing? You all right? So, okay, let's pull you some gemstone guidance. What's pile 1 manifesting? What's pile 1 manifesting? What's pile 1 manifesting? What's pile 1 manifesting? Just one, please. Could I have one card, please? Can I have one card, please, for what is pile 1 manifesting? Just one. One card for what is pile 1. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to pick one, aren't I? What's pile 1 manifesting? Oh, what's this? Calcite. Amplify, cleanse and open. Double trouble. Calcite has a unique optical quality. I'll get you some. Hang on. Is it here? Yeah, wait a second. I've got it here. I love optical calcite. Oh, it's so yummy. It's also called Icelandic Spar. Love it. Double trouble calcite has a unique optical quality. When you're looking it through the stone, it appears doubled. Calcite can amplify energy for higher awareness and healing, pairing well with other crystals and taking on their attributes to increase their metaphysical abilities. A powerful dissolver, calcite transforms energy for release and renewal. It also aligns the chakras, cleansing the aura of toxicity and renewing energy flow. Calcite reminds you that there is always a new beginning. You just have to decide when to start. And it's Cancer and it's Venus. So pretty, isn't it? Absolutely love it. So, wow, that's really interesting. Okay, we shall pop that there. Okay, and then we are going to close out with 2 cards. I'm going to pull one of the Amenti Oracle. Oh, what's that? I like that. Oh, that's rose quartz. Okay, right, so the Amenti Oracle. I praise the goddess and the god. So that's honouring the divine masculine and the divine feminine within where you are. You know, the main thing I'm getting from this is that, like, you know, where we feel like we should be doing something. So when you're feeling like you should be, like, kind of allowing yourself to go into that space of letting go and intuition, but then also you're battling with the side of like, oh, I've got so much to do. How do you balance that? How do you make sure that that's something that you can manage? And I think that that's going to be key in you being able to manifest, particularly with this being a creative endeavor. You know, it has to be managed in a way that you feel that you can, you can balance those two sides, because they're very important. And one, it's the yin and the yang, the balance. And you're getting that kind of energy here with the poet, you know, you've got that beautiful, like, you know, kind of lovely movement of energy, but it needs the discipline in order to, like, you know, actually make it manifest and make it happen. You find it in martial arts, like when you like kind of you go with like the softness of the movement, but there's an actual like tension that's going on in a particular like way, so that you can like manifest the strength, which would be the masculine. But then you have to like go with the softness and the kind of fluidity and the looseness in order to like make sure that you're ready for anything in the respect of how you execute the move. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you. But yeah, if you look at how martial artists are, if they don't go in with force, they go in with like, you know, there's a sense of, particularly with Tai Chi and Qigong, like there's this sense of softness and lack of like force. But Tai Chi is actually one of the most powerful forms of martial arts that are out there. So there was another card as well. What was I going to do? It was this one. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to pull one of these cards. What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? What's pile one manifesting? This is the Sufi Oracle. What are you manifesting, pile one? What are you manifesting? Transformation. Let love transform you forever. Wow. Love that. Okay, let's see what the book has to say. Okay, pile one. God, this is such a beautiful card. Look at that. Look at that pearl. Incredible. So, let love transform you forever. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. My heart felt the glow of life ripped open in bloom. I have no fear, I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus. That's Rumi. Wow. Wow. Rumi calls you to feel the winds of change carrying you towards a wonderful transformation in your life. He's come to remind you that life is an opportunity to learn and a joy to live. Wow, pile one. So this process has come to you as a form of transformation, as a form of like you because you got the death card twice, you know, from both decks. So there's a real sense of transformation, a kind of sense of a movement away from your comfort zone. You know, in coaching, I use something called the 10% rule. So essentially, you move 10% outside of your comfort zone in order to grow. And then because if you move beyond 10%, then it's too frightening. But if you are still within that 10% where you are with safety and out in the unknown, that kind of allows you to expand in a way. The mantra here is, the seeds of love germinate inside my heart and bloom into unlimited creative expression. I'm surrendering into the mysterious and the generous flow of life. Incredible. Incredible. So this is about you allowing yourself to take the risks of this creation and having compassion with yourself, you know, having this sense of compassion that's going to really help you to maintain this creative kind of flow, because it may be something that's not easily, you can't enter it so quickly. But you know what, even though I say that, I think it's gonna like, it's almost like you're gonna, I get the sense of you thinking it's going to be like a little stream that you're going to be like just paddling your boat on. But then when you get on it, you realise that you're in a kayak and you're on rapids. That's what I see. Like it's going to be like, whoa, this is pretty intense. And also you're going to be tired with it. There's going to be periods of time where you're going to have ebbs and flows of whether or not you have like that motivation. But I think just be compassionate with yourself and consistent. This is about consistency and balancing this up and down thing. Don't ask too many other people for advice or tell them what's going on. And be conscientious about your own attitude within the situation as well as others. And be discerning in your respect of where you concentrate your energy. Great reading. Love that, pile 1. If you enjoyed that, please do like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But more importantly, I wish you all the best. This just looks amazing. Whatever you're creating, please do share with me in the comments if you wish. I'd love to hear about your creative endeavors. I am a very creative person anyway, so I love to hear about all of that sort of stuff. Maybe get yourself some optical calcite. But otherwise, I'll see you soon, my darlings. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Sorry for the little shake on the camera there. You chose the Hound. Now, the thing about this card is about dedication. Dedication to the cause, dedication to what you're doing. What are you trying to manifest? What are you manifesting right now? You're manifesting something that you're quite dedicated to. And you have a sense of faith in there that's like really kind of like, you know, that you're really loyal to. But I do feel like there's some things that you need to let go of. Some things need to break. And also there needs to be a sense of caution as well, because I don't know, I don't like this sword breaking in this hound's mouth. I'm a bit worried for this hound, you know. And it's almost like, you know, anything that's flaky or not solid, it aggravates you, as it would with anyone. I know that's a pretty general statement, but in the respect of this, in the respect of you manifesting something, that's what's standing out to me here. So you need stability and dedication, loyalty. Those are the like the key principles that are coming across in this sense of you manifesting something, pile 2. What is pile 2 manifesting? What is pile 2 manifesting? So we have Mars and truth. Wow. So we have Mars and Saturn. See? I told you. I could feel it. I could feel you're really like a bit, you know, pile 2. I was like, this is my determined pile. And also doing things in a way that they know that things work, you know. I know that this works. I know that this should happen in this way. I know that I can do it in this way. Yeah. Yeah, pile 2. Pile 2, what is pile 2 manifesting? The koi fish. Okay. The koi fish. I think this is to do with good luck. I'm not too knowledgeable about that koi fish, so let me have a little look. I tried to do it while I'm on in the thing with you, but let's have a little look rather than me. Actually, I might have to pause the video. So transformation of property and wealth. Transformation. So basically the legend is that the koi fish swims upstream and goes through a lot of different trials and tribulations in order to get to the space of it transforms into a dragon, basically. So this is a process of evolution, but this is a process of evolution through the extent of a journey where you know that hard work is going to be where you're going to be able to get where you need to get to. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be able to get there in a different way. You're going to have to work hard at it, you know. Isolation. The reason why I laughed was because you know, there's a real sense of singularity with each of the readings. Like, it's like you have to knuckle down and do it, you know. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's reflective of me, but like, I don't know, it might be like, might be my own energy influencing this, my loves. But yeah, there's this sense of like hard work, dedication, striving for something that's steady and true, reality, something that is, you know, result orientated, something that you can, you know, it's putting in the legwork, staying honest, not compromising for any other kind of rubbish, thoughts, ideas, people that may come to you with like wishy-washy stuff, and you know, there's no time for it, you know, with Saturn and Mars. Do I have Saturn anywhere here? No, I don't have Saturn on my fingers. That's interesting. But I do have Mars. I do hear my bin people around the corner, so I might have to pause the video. But let me just see what the... Yeah, before I continue, let me just see if any other messages come through here. You might be working on something that you've worked on before. It might be might have been a long process of something. It might be something that you've been working on for years. And something that's been quite arduous. A lot of trials, lots of tribulations, lots of kind of, you know, obstacles. This may have been a project that you've been working on for years. Some of you, this might be like the end of a master's or a degree or something that might have taken a long time if you're studying it part-time. Yeah, there may be something like that that's going on. And it's almost like you still need to put one foot in front of the other, still take the steps, still go forward, still do what you need to do, you know? But there's a sense of really working hard for it, because it's not going to come easy with what's happening. So, yeah, you just have to... It's just maintaining that drive. But I feel like you've got a lot of drive. And I feel that also with that sense of isolation, you work well on your own. Without distractions, without any kind of like stuff or fluff that's going on around. I definitely see that with that here. It's like, I have not got any time for any rubbish or any people that are going to distract me from what I'm deciding to manifest. It could be a business. It also could be in the respect of like, you know, you trying to establish something. I feel like there's an establishment of something concrete, like maybe buying a house or maybe buying a site for your business, or maybe even you could be getting married. You know what I mean? Like it could be, it's a big, it feels like something that really is going to create some kind of like stability within your life. Yeah. Bear with me 1 second. My bin people are here, so I need to stop. So let's see what your tarot has to say, pile 2. That was quite... Okay, what does your tarot have to say? What are you manifesting, pile 2? What are you manifesting? Yeah, the stability, I told you. What are you manifesting, pile 2? What are you manifesting, pile 2? Thank you for not giving me more than I wanted. You're manifesting stability, and I really feel like this is something you've done before, you're experienced in it, you know the score, you know how to do it, you know that action needs to be taken after there is a period of isolation. And also after a period of rest, you know, it's like you really understand the balance of what you have to do. But also in the respect, do you do it? Do you take time out to rest when you need to? Do you take time? Because we've got the 2 cards, which kind of mean that sense of like withdrawal and isolation, and they're both reversed. So sometimes there's a sense of where you feel like you've got to do. Excuse me, you've got to like really impress reversed. Yeah, it can kind of cause you to have almost like a detrimental effect on your productivity. So I think what this is about you being able to to manage that about yourself, so that you can ensure success. But also there's a sense of you maybe putting on an appearance of you trying to seem that you've got it all under control, you know, because you're trying so hard to ascertain or trying to establish this sense of stability. Who are you impressing? Who are you trying to do this for? Because, you know, and I know that, like, personally, like, our own self is sometimes the worst critic, the worst kind of, yeah, we're our own worst enemy in the respect of, like, when we're trying to do something. Yeah. So that's the kind of message I'm getting here in the respect of what you are manifesting, pile 2. Let's pull some more oracle cards, and then I'm going to go back to the tarot. So I'm going to pull a chakra card for you. Pile 2, what's pile 2 manifesting? Okay, so... well, 2 cards came upright, so I'm going to just take those 2, and they fell on the floor. So we've got the third eye. Oh, actually, you've got 3. No, then I won't take them, I'm afraid. Oh, well, I don't know, actually. Maybe I should. So we got very interesting cards here, which is why I'm going to take them. Gossip, heart chakra, reversed, workaholic, which I feel to place here, throat chakra. What are these? Are these like some blueberry and a prune? I don't know what it is. And then forgiveness. Oh, that's so cute. So third eye, throat chakra and heart chakra. This stuff is going on here. I don't know. This is very specific, and only take this if it resonates. But maybe some of you, like, you know, you say things to, like, view, to get people off of the scent of what you're doing. You may do that so that you can, you know, go from that. But I think there's a sense of also, like, maybe you're also scared to tell people because you feel like you might not achieve it, or you feel that people might say bad things about you because of you. Like this particular gossip card. And I don't know why I remember this, but it's because of, like, she's, like, really artistic, and you can see that these 2 people are just like, what's she doing? Like, you know, they're really kind of, like, judgmental on her. Maybe you think that people are going to be judgmental towards you if you talk to other people about what you do. You've also got, like, workaholic here, which, you know, I kind of picked up on that anyway. And that's kind of indicative of you not being able to express yourself properly through your throat chakra. But I think when I don't know why I'm getting lavender here. And obviously, like, we have these colours here with this lavender and this 4 of Swords here. So I don't know if you work with lavender. That's very good for the third eye chakra, particularly with those beautiful, like, kind of lavender-esque colours that we've got going on here. That'd be really good for helping you to sleep. I don't know, how is your sleep? Are you sleeping okay? You also may be able to find some answers in your dreams as well. So that might be something to think about. Let's get you some angelic... Actually, no, I want to get you one of these first. Pile 2, pile 2, pile 2. What is pile 2 manifesting? Music. Interesting. Do you listen to music, pile 2? Are you listening to any music? Might help you, you know? Might help you to kind of, like, soothe, to lubricate this process a bit, I feel. Let's see what the tarot has to say about you moving forward and about how you can, like, kind of, don't don't know. I feel like I want you to I want you to sort out this workaholic kind of thing, because it's all well and good being a workaholic, and I think that's really important for your sense of drive. And I mean, it matches completely with Saturn and Mars. But there's something that needs to, yeah. How do we stimulate this sense of forgiveness? How do we make sure we're not overdoing it? So Spirit, pile 2. What's pile 2 manifesting? What's pile 2 manifesting? Thank you for giving me 5. I appreciate that. Okay, so 10 of Cups, 9 of Wands, Father of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. That's clarified. So this is work ethics that's come in from a paternal figure and what you believe. And it's also establishing like some kind of sense of stability. Wow. Okay. Mother of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess. Love it. Love that. Oh, wow. Pile 2. Love that. Love that for you. Okay. You're going to establish a new way. You're going to see like what doesn't work. But it's almost like you're allowing your intuition to, I don't know, you may even like go off for a break for like a few days, and it's just like the world of good. And then you're like, right, I'm going to implement this into like my actual like work process, that having time away is going to be what allows me to kind of come forward with new ideas and this new kind of sense of vulnerability. Because it's so interesting how we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed here, but then the Queen of Pentacles comes back with the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess, which is really interesting. And we've got 0 and 2, you know. So that's, I mean, we haven't got the Magician here, but still, there's still a sense of you being able to understand where your defenses are. But I think also in the assertion of your boundaries, that's going to really help with you being able to manifest this thing. I think your boundaries are so strong. You're really good. And I think that's the value kind of system that you impose on this project or whatever it is that you're deciding to manifest. But I do feel like it's something quite stable. And I do feel like there's something to do with acquisition of property, land, things like something that's going to like, that's really stable, that's going to give you stability in the future. I just realized like that also this sense of forgiveness that's going on here. You may be annoyed with yourself that you haven't achieved this already. You know, there may be that sense of like, oh, by now I should have a mortgage or something like that. You know, don't give yourself a hard time. It happens whenever it happens. And it's happened at exactly the right time. It may be that you're remortgaging your place in order to like get like a new place or whatever, you know, so that you can continue to buy property and expand. Could be that kind of thing. But don't give yourself a hard time about it, because everything has its process. Everything has its way of working. And I think like the art here is being able to understand when it is that you step back and you step away from that. And then you're like, right, where can I reconsolidate and really like understand where I'm coming from? It looks like inspiration may come from some music. So maybe listening to music or listening to something, or if there's any songs that just randomly come into your head, you know, look, have a think about have a look at the lyrics. The first thing I do, like when I hear about, or when people, I look at readings and the songs come to me, I look at the lyrics. Because usually first of all, it's the emotion that the song evokes in me. And then it's the lyrics and what they do. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards. Carabiel. He is such a powerful, powerful archangel of empowerment, and he's the embodiment of the fixed signs as well. He's got the bull, Aquarius, so it's like Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. Those are the fixed signs in the zodiac. But this is about illumination. I really feel that you're able to do this once you step away from it. I feel that you know, you work so hard at this and then you're like, right, I'm going to book myself in for a spa day or a spa treat. And I would say probably longer than about 3-4 days. I'm going to do something or go away maybe to a town or something like that that's local, or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of place which is not too far, or maybe just some kind of thing where you're doing, like maybe you go away. I know a colleague of mine, she went away to a monastery for 5 days, and she did a 5-day silent retreat, and it really helped her, you know, but she couldn't commit to any more really because of her kids and stuff. But you know, that kind of thing can really help, and then help you gain some clarity. Definitely helps me. Okay, right, so yeah, this is you know, you going forward. But also not being afraid to, I think, express that sense of like vulnerability as well that's within yourself, and trusting your intuition. Just trying to think anything else in there. I love that. So it's like you've got this eagle. So you've got the eagle, which is like igniting inner wisdom, courage, steadfastness, which is the bull, and then you've got the angel, which is being a beacon of light. Incredible, beautiful angel to have on your side. You're very powerful, Pile 2. You're very, very strong. Your sense of like, your sense of steadfastness is like rocks that I see, you know, like old monuments from eons and eons ago. It's crazy. That's how powerful you are. You're like the cornerstones. What we need to aspire to in respect of a work ethic. It's really admirable. I love it. Love it, Pile 2. So whatever you're manifesting and you know, God, we could all learn from you. Okay, some gemstone magic. Selenite, eh? All right. Luminous cleansing protection. So, with its moonlight glow, selenite illuminates your spiritual truth and greater purpose. It aligns your chakras and raises your awareness to high dimensions, opening communication to your spiritual team. It brings clarity and mind and slices through any negativity or confusion. Cleansing your energy field and protecting your aura. Selenite brings awareness to your subconscious patterns, highlighting what is ready to be healed. It activates the crown chakra and provides a doorway to personal transformation. Cleanse your way to clarity. And it's Taurus and the moon. Just to let you know that these here are selenite. So, yeah. It's also known as gypsum as well. So, very, very easily attainable stone. Okay, what else was I going to do for you? I was going to pull a couple of these. What's Pile 2 manifesting? What's Pile 2 manifesting? Vitativeness, and touch. Yeah, gosh. You know what I just got there? You know, like when people are so focused on their sense of work and achievement and what they're doing, they can get numb. And it's number 5 as well. They can get numb. And I feel like, you know, what happens is that this shell gets created around us, and we have to break open that shell, and you know, with that sense of rest that I was getting here, effervescence, nosophobia, I don't know what that means, and recklessness. Yeah, there's a sense of you letting go. I mean, it could be even that you do like some kind of thing where you completely let go and do something out of the blue that's so opposite from what is the structure of what you do in order to get that. You know, like I think it was Einstein that said that he used to regularly take naps because it was in his naps that's when the real magic of his work came to life. So I'm getting that sense, pile too. And as I was saying that, I'm starting to feel sleepy. That's really interesting. Okay. So I'm going to pull one of these and then I'm going to close out with, I have done all of the cards, haven't I? Yeah. And then I'm going to close with something from the Sufi Oracle. I give blessings. Interesting. What's under here? The Hermit, yeah. I give blessings. Give blessings to yourself though as well, right? Pile 2. To yourself as well. You know, remember why you're doing this. You're doing this because you want a nice stable life for yourself. Generally, it's not just because you're doing it because, I don't know, it's the joy in the journey I'm sensing here. The joy in what you're doing and what you're creating, how you're moving forward. And taking the time for that. Because it's almost like in the breaths in between that allow you to have some kind of freedom and also more productivity, even more productivity than what you have right now. Okay, so let's close out with a Rumi Oracle card. What's pile 2 manifesting? What's pile 2 manifesting? Determination, perseverance leads to fortune. Wow. And don't you know it, pile 2? Don't you know it? So let me have a little, there we go. I'll just put that there. And it's determination. Beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Okay. Perseverance leads to fortune. I struggled and suffered 40 years, never knowing the remedy I was looking for was in a bottle of vintage wine. That sweet success I was hoping to find in my fortune was hidden in the curls of beloved's hair. So when the going gets tough, call on your power of perseverance. No matter how hard it is or how long it takes, be steadfast in what you are doing. Hafiz is sharing how he was able to taste the pleasure of being in the arms of his beloved through persistence. He did so by doing everything with joy and determination. In this way, perseverance turns vinegar into vintage wine. Give up wondering how to find your place. That's what it says here. Give up wondering how to find your place. I am determined to persevere and live my life filled with trust, patience and determination and tender affection. Tender of affection being the key words here, I think, because you're so determined. And even if you're not expressing this, but you have a desire to, I feel like you've got it in you, do you know what I mean? But I really do feel like this is something that you build. You do build it. You do build it. So yeah, good luck, pile 2, with your manifestation. I'm really excited. If you'd like to share, please do in the comments section. But otherwise, I wish you a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. What are you manifesting right now? You've got the Sleeper here. Interesting card. So maybe there's a dream or something that you haven't yet kind of brought into manifestation, but you're thinking about it. There's something that you're like, right, okay, there's something that I want to take action on, but I'm not quite, you know, it's still in the imagination phase. Okay, let's see what your astrology has to say. Too many. I need only 2. I just found a card on the floor actually. Okay, so also I get a sense of like being roused up. It's going to take a while to kind of bring this into manifestation. You know, it's taking some time for you to assimilate what it is that you need to do in order to make it happen. Yeah, we've got 2. Okay, cool. So we've got the lunar eclipse change, and then we've got the 11th house friends, which is, they're both reversed. Okay. Interesting, because I'm doing this, I mean, this is a timeless reading anyway, but I'm doing this on the lunar eclipses, which is around, you know, October 2022. So like, if you're watching this another time, then maybe think back to what was going on there, like what your state of mind is, because this may have been the stage that you were in the process of manifesting this thing that you're thinking about. 11th house and friends. This may be something that you feel that you want to work with others, but it's not quite manifesting yet. You don't know how to approach others yet, but you do feel like, I feel like there's a sense of you wanting to involve other people in this endeavor and how you're going to move forward in it with other people. You need other people to make it manifest. Again, wow, reflection. That's exactly what we got for pile 1, but we got it reversed. So, and it's interesting how we have this kind of like lunar energy as well. So there's almost like a sense of you being able to reflect on how these are going to manifest with others. Are people going to go for it? Are people going to be able to come along with you for the ride, kind of thing? I'm sensing. Interesting. Interesting. What's pile 3 manifesting? Ooh, the harpy eagle. I love that. There's something very clear about it, and it's interesting because we've got like this night kind of sky in the background, and then you've also got this night here as well. So what I'm getting by this is that there is a certain sense of fear about this change and about how other people are going to be able to perceive this change. What I think is important is understanding that whatever people's fear is about it is a reflection of themselves and not of you. It's about their own fears and about what they feel within this situation, and also about this idea. I really feel that with the sleeper, it gives you an opportunity to like look at this from a higher perspective and be able to like actually see how this is going to work. In respect of, you know, it just seems like you've got like a little bit of more of a detached view, which I think is really important if you're looking at doing something new or you're trying to implement something. And you're trying to look at all of the, you know, you're not getting involved with it so much. And there could be that sense with others, like they tend to get a bit more emotionally involved in that respect. Whereas like you seem to be a little bit more detached. But yeah, just be aware that there may be some big changes that might need to occur. And also the fact that people, when they respond to these changes, that they might not be very accommodating with it. And it's nothing to do with you. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Dear Spirit, what is pile 1 manifesting? Pile 3, what is pile 3 manifesting? Pile 3, what are you manifesting? What is pile 3 manifesting? What is pile 3 manifesting? 7 of Wands. Okay, so it did come out reversed, but then it ended up being upright. Interesting. High Priestess. Wow, King of Wands. That came up with one of the other piles in exactly the same position. Okay, you got 2 here, so I'll take them both. King of Pentacles reversed. Okay, the 7 of Swords. Interesting. Bottom of the deck energy is the Ace of Wands. So what I get from that is there is a need for you to be detached from the situation. There could be something that happens the other way around. So also you may say this to other friends, people, and they may be like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. Yeah, let's like get into it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then you find that the lack of perspective, there may be a lack of like, you know, reality that's kind of in this, because King of Pentacles is reversed. Seven of Swords is upright. There's a little bit of jibber jabber, kind of like chat about certain things and about the possibilities of something, or maybe being like involved in like a dream or something like that. We don't have the Seven of Cups here. So I don't think it's like fantasizing, but we do have the Seven of Swords. So it may be that there may also be people that want to capitalize upon the fact that you're like dreaming about this, or that your attention is elsewhere. So please be careful of this, because we've got the Friends here as well, reversed. So the first thing that came up to me when that card came out was that there are people who are not going to have your best interests at heart. And with the Sleeper card as well, it's almost like, you know, the lack of awareness puts you in a vulnerable position. And I also see that with the High Priestess as well, you know. This may be my dreamer pile, like the ones who like, you know, they have high aspirations and high ideals, but does anything actually come to fruition? Or do you find that it gets to, you know, you end up getting involved with people and it doesn't work out, or like maybe there's not a sense of commitment, you know, there's kind of like real short-term goals that are expressed within the ideas of what you're actually trying to manifest, you know. Maybe thinking about that might be something to kind of explore, I think. Okay, I'm not going to take those because too many came out. I just want one. Okay, two. I'll take two. No, that's not what I want. Sorry, I want only one. I want only one. Okay, I'll take two. Right. So we've got mysticism and dissipating, which is the third eye chakra, and then we've got dissipating. Wow, that's powerful, actually. That's really powerful. There's some projection that's going on here, I feel. Like some kind of, you know, dreaming about certain things going on. And I think that the reason why this is coming up in the reading is because you don't want this to dissipate into just nothing. You want this to actually manifest into something that's tangible, realistic. You want to arise from this space where you've been stuck in this kind of like energy of kind of allowing things just to be as they are, or just kind of going with the flow. You want to take action. You really do. You really, really do. And it's really interesting because I always see the King of Pentacles as, when it's reversed, I see it as the devil. So there's that sense of like, I don't know, pile 3, if you are, and I know this is very specific, so, you know, I'm just saying this, but if you are exuding your sexual energy in a way that is not, you know, basically, how can I say this? I'm trying to think of a PC way to say this. There's something about holding back, you know, indulging. Like when you're indulging in certain things, be it food, sex, Netflix, drugs, whatever it is, whatever you are indulging in, it could be exercise, it could be anything that you choose to indulge in. If you indulge in it, you kind of reach, you know, you reach that point where you're satisfied. And it's interesting because with this card, it's very interesting. So you reach that you're satisfied and you're comfortable, and then you don't push yourself forward. And I feel like that's what's happening here. I feel like you need to like go beyond this, and you may be surrounded by people who do that. Because with the High Priestess reversed, I always get this sense of like, you know, somebody who's just going out and like spending their energy. And this doesn't necessarily, I don't really think this has got to do with money. In fact, I think there is a lack of money here. So it's almost like you're expending the other energy because you don't have the money or you don't have the financial resources that's occurring here. So there's kind of dreams and ideas of what you want to manifest, but because you're kind of expending the physical energy, like you may be expanding your physical energy on doing like little things that really don't have that much substance, you know? So yeah, this is about you kind of moving away. We've got these two birds. It's, you know, this is about you rising from that and rising from your demons, and also rising from, you know, getting a bigger picture about what it is that you really want. Because I feel like there's a sense of you like slipping into this temptation kind of vibe with that Seven of Swords there. Okay, I'm going to pull some more clarification on these tarot cards. So the Seven of Wands, the Moon reversed. Yeah. I always see the Moon reversed as lying to oneself. And also the people that are around you. I don't think these people have your best interests at heart, Pile 3. Well, I'm not even going to say anything here. What's going on, Pile 3? The devil is clarified by the devil. Huh? What's happening? And you know what's really interesting? I'm getting quite like, I can feel my Kundalini rising, if you get my drift. When I see this, I can feel it. I can feel it. It's a very like energy. The Empress reversed. High Priestess. Wow. Okay. Come on, how is Pile 3 gonna sort this out? Seven of Swords again. What's going on, Pile 3? Okay, right. Seems like you've got to go through it in order to learn from it. There's a lesson here to learn, Pile 3. So in order to manifest what you want, in order to manifest your dreams, you are going to have to really kind of you have to put your obsessions in the right place. There we go. How do you fix the devil? You fix it with the devil. So where is your attention going? So where attention flows, where attention goes, energy flows, right? So if you're going to get obsessed about something, understand that you get obsessed about something, or that you've got like your attention on something, but then now you need to divert it onto the thing which you need to manifest. That's what this is saying. The Moon reversed is kind of you understanding that pattern about yourself, you rising from that situation, you understanding that this is something that you do. And if this is something that you continue to do, particularly with the influence of other people, very much so. These other people put you out of balance. They totally, and they also don't allow you to fly or shine. They don't allow you to be the butterfly that you're supposed to be. In fact, they throw everything out of balance. Everything out of balance. You need to get away from these people. I don't know who it is that you know. And also these people really don't have your best interests at heart. They really don't. There is some real fuckery going on there. And also you may be saying to yourself, oh, that these people are, oh, they care about me. I feel like there's a sense of fooling yourself. Just you know, only take what resonates. But I'm just saying that, like, if you are thinking she's chatting rubbish, I don't know what she's chatting about, just have a look at the trajectory of the relationship. You know, I did this very recently in my own life, like where somebody said to me, Reena, just tell me about the red flags. Tell me about the times when you went over your intuition and you did not listen to your intuition over this period of time about this person. Tell me about those times. Can you believe it, right? In a period of a month, I was able to list like 8 or 9 times. In a period of knowing this person a month, right? That I was able to 8 or 9 times that were red flags. Red flags. where I ignored my intuition about this. So can you think about that when you, if it's a group of friends that you've known people, and if there's like little instances where you've been like, oh, okay, that's thrown me a little bit off kilter. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that, and then now I'm going to continue. Now you've got two choices here. You've either got the option of whether or not to confront these people about it, which I'll be honest with you, I don't think that it's really going to amount to anything. But then whereas like if you realize that all of the energy and the obsession that you're putting into this thing, if you put that into somewhere else, that's really going to help you. That's really going to help you. The High Priestess reversed with the Empress reversed. This is what happens when your intuition goes in the wrong space. You end up manifesting the wrong things. So you know, if it's going towards something that's very like, it could be as simple as like you, and I haven't got anything against people who rent, but like, for example, like if you decide that you're going to rent and you're going to rent for a lot of money, say for example, you know, you could probably get 2 mortgages for that amount of money or whatever. Like you could invest your money in a much better way. You know, it's like you putting your money into something that's just almost like a black hole, you know, but it's because like, you know, it's a nice place to live. It's where you are, you know, it's quite, you know, but it's quite bougie. It's quite, you know, you're paying high rent, but, you know, you're living in an amazing place. But then there's no kind of investment that goes there. And that's what I kind of get with the High Priestess reversed. I get a little bit of like you feeding an empty hole where there's no kind of fruition of the money or of the material sense. And then the Empress kind of confirms that in the respect that you're not, you know, you're just chucking your money away, or you're chucking your energy away, you know. You're investing in relationships and people that are not investing in you. What's going on? And then you're finding that you're getting no return in that respect. And particularly with this, because I feel like there's also a sense of them, like they may also say things behind your back, and also they may do things to belittle your actions as well. And it's really destabilizing. It's quite narcissistic, actually. Even though we haven't got the Magician reversed, which is quite narcissistic in nature, it just kind of like makes me think that there's this like narcissistic dynamic. Like people saying crap, you know, 7 of Swords twice, Devil twice, you know, the Moon reversed. This is crap. This is like, you don't need this in your life. You're so much better than that. And it may be also somebody who's like bullying you into like a respect of like accepting that behavior. Yeah. So you need to get out of this space in order to like, you know, get away from this, because it feels like that the energy that you're using to manifest this situation, that you're using to want to manifest something else, is actually manifesting this situation, because it's ending up being a reflection of what you really think about yourself. Please only take what resonates, Path 3. This is quite an intense reading. I didn't anticipate it. The other ones have been quite like, yeah, you're manifesting this. But this is like, I think it's because it's the sleeper. And I felt that when I pulled it in the initial pull. I thought this is about something that's dormant and something that wants to rise up. But the whole thing about the sleeper is not seeing what's going on outside and paying too much attention on the fluffiness. And like, oh, you know, this could happen kind of thing. This mysticism. It's BS. You want something that's tangible, something that's real, and particularly with these two, I don't like them. I want to get away from them. But on the upside, it seems that you need to go through this process in order to fix it. What did the bottom of the deck say? 3 of Pentacles reversed. You can't do it with these people. You need to go on your own. You need to find different people. You need to find different people to do this, because these people are rubbish. They're rubbish. Sorry. If these are your good friends that you've had for like ages. I don't see that really, they may not even be conscious of it as well, because the 7 came up twice, but I don't know. I'm not. Wow, I give blessings again. This is really interesting. You really are an asset to those people around you. They love you because I don't know, I just feel like some kind of like feeding. They feed on you, pile 3. These people feed on you. So put your attention elsewhere. Get away from these bears. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve what you're giving. Okay, let's see what the angels have to say. Oh, Jophiel, I love that. Look at that. So beautiful. Jophiel is about being outdoors and being free and, you know, that sense of like loving kindness that we exude to oneself. It's joy. It's pure joy. Joy, wisdom and beauty governs the yellow ray of illumination. And be joyful, let go of your heavy physical, emotional burdens, release your baggage, allow new clarity and happiness to pour into your life. You can rise up out of the gloom and fly higher. I feel like there's some, like, I don't know if you indulge in addictive behaviors, but I definitely feel that this might happen. You have to put your, so I'll tell you something here, right? I've got a friend of mine who used to be quite, you know, used to be massively addicted to cocaine. She used to be very, very addicted to it. So much so that she would, you know, it was quite bad, right? And thank you. And basically now she has managed to get over her addiction, and now she's one of the fittest people I've ever met in my life. And I also know from her experience, she's told me that people with that sort of addiction have also become very, very strong. You know, physically they excel. They do things like triathlons and, you know, all sorts of bits and pieces like that. So that is what that's about. It's about you transmuting that energy, because the addiction is so big that it needs to be, and it is here. I don't know if, because also with the moon reverse, there's also some I don't know, and please only take this if this resonates, but this also could be to do with mental illness as well. It could be to do with, like, there may be some sense of depression as well that's happening. Shamanically, when I see these two cards together, I see a massive gaping hole. And I did mention that as well, like with the High Priestess, it's almost like you're giving and giving and giving to something, or like an endless hole that just doesn't seem to want to, it doesn't, what's it called? It doesn't, it's never filled. There's something called the hungry ghost as well, which Gabor Mate talks about. And that's also something that I feel is resonating here. So do check that out as well. So we've got Jophiel there. So it's about you accepting the fact that you are deserving of peace. You are deserving of love, my darlings. You really are. You really, really are. Being happy is actually quite simple. If we change our perception, we can bring joy flooding into our lives. We are free to choose our moods. Another good book as well I would suggest reading is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Incredible book about him being in a concentration camp, and you know, all of his family died, but he survived. And he said one of the things that allowed him to survive and allowed him to manifest that reality of him surviving was that he saw himself teaching a class of students, telling him about the experiences. Wow, you got the same card as pile 2, but you got it upright. Music is, you know, I don't know, you probably already are using it. Music is probably your savior. It's probably your thing that really helps you to move through this process. Go with it, use it, take it, resonate with it, dance with it, get into your body, move into it, do whatever you got to do. Work with music, work with it. It will also, what I'm seeing, it will empower you as well. And it's interesting because we've got that solar plexus chakra. So Anahata, solar plexus, they're all, I just saw the flash of the star. So when you listen to music, your solar plexus chakra illuminates. It gets freer. So yeah, and call upon Archangel Jophiel as well. It's also the number 6, right? So 5, 6. Also the number 6 here, I'm noticing that will probably bring you back into alignment, you know, because there's an imbalance. So choose yourself, pile 3, choose yourself. Eventuality, curiosity, intrusiveness, and disinterest. That happens a lot with people who are addicts. Okay, you got a few more. You got sublimity, and then you also got vitativeness. That's the same as pile. I think one of the other piles. I feel like, you know, where you feel that your vitality may lie in these kind of spaces of addiction, that's a mindset that needs to change. And I think giving into that, the fact that you're wrong about this, or you could be wrong about this, because that double devil is really not, you know, that is about you allowing yourself to be to surrender to something that is not good for you. So how do you flip that? And because I think in this case, as I said before, like the intensity of you having so much verve with that thing, you know, shift the dynamic. Like I said in that story with my friend that now is like, she's got the best body I've ever seen, and I'm just like, oh my God, you've just transformed your body. She does like off-road biking. She's just so incredible. I'm so proud to have her as a friend, and she's just really like, her body looks amazing. She's physically fit. I think, yeah, she's like 12 years younger than her actual age because of her body and how fit she is, and about the, you know, about what she's doing with her body. You know, that's where the energy goes. So, you know, from one addiction to another, and I'm not saying like, you know, because I also know the other side of like being too addicted to exercise as well. That's another thing. But, you know, do something that's going to nourish you, that's going to take you away from these like people, because these are really dodgy people. Dodgy. Okay, let's get you some gemstone magic. I'm going to give you two because I think you need it, you know. So we've got here Ethiopian opal, and then we've also got amethyst phantom quartz. I have never got this one, so let's see. We've got Ethiopian opal rebirth portal desire. Reflecting on the beautiful parts of your soul, Ethiopian opal is a crystal filled with bright flashes of colour and revitalizing energy. Full of joy, Ethiopian opal is a high vibrational stone, able to soothe the soul and bring harmony to the mind, body and spirit. Ethiopian opal can be burn unhealed karma from the past and clear the path for a rebirth, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Right? Okay, containing a soul holograph, Ethiopian opal gives us access to different timelines in your life from the past, present and future. Give all parts of yourself the love that you desire. Virgo, Sagittarius and Mercury, love that. Love that. And then we've got here, which is this amethyst phantom quartz. Expression gifts originality. Amethyst phantom quartz fosters prolific energy and opens the crown chakra to channel creativity in all its forms. Individuality is encouraged and uniqueness in expression is embraced by this stone. Amethyst phantom quartz instills confidence in your creations and urges you to share your talents. Using intuition as a powerful resource, amethyst phantom quartz connects you with your spiritual team to convey your ideas in a way that will stand out. Do yourself a favour and show the world what you've got. Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Jupiter and Neptune. I've got another reading, another pick a card reading, which is about what your spirit team want to say to you. So do check that out as well. Okay, I messed up all the cards so that I could show you that one, but never mind, it's okay. Right. So. So, what songs are you going to listen to, pile 3? What songs? So, you put together a playlist, a nice playlist where you can empower yourself. I'll pop that there. Okay, and the last card that I'm going to pull for you is a Rumi Oracle card, or a Sufi Oracle card, to see what the Sufi mystics want to say to you. And it has a poem, so I will read that to you from out the book. Pile 3. What is Pile 3 manifesting? What is Pile 3 manifesting? The union of love. Embrace the beloved within your heart. Beautiful. Union of love. Love that. Okay. So embrace the beloved within your heart. Okay. I am in love with no other than myself. I am the very separate, and my very separation is my union. I am the beloved and my lover. I am my knight and my maiden. Wow, that's Ibn Arabi. Wow, Sufis are lovers of God. It is the longing for the beloved that draws them into the connection of their heart. When the lover becomes fully aware of the true self, he loses all worldly sense of the self in love. He or she opens, or they opens their heart to receive love, and when love enters, they become powerful and do impossible things. So, you know, it comes back to that idea of like filling that empty hole. What are you doing? Why are you filling that? You want to manifest something. The mantra is, I'm allowing the power of love to build in my heart and draw and attract others to me. I'm creating ways to express the wonder of being, of love and joy. So it's understanding that love is within yourself, because when you're in this position where what it seems to me like is that you're trying to seek for like love elsewhere outside of yourself, and it's just not there. It's not outside of yourself. It's almost like bringing you to the wrong places. So what needs to happen is you need to bring yourself back to the self, so that you can manifest correctly. That's what this seems to me. So pile 3, I hope you enjoyed that reading. A bit intense, that last one, but I hope you liked it. It was a beautiful reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, I would also love to hear your story. If you want to share, please do. But otherwise, have a beautiful day, my darlings. Bye.